Today on Sports Desk, the Rickey Henderson Show continues in the American League Championship Series. The National League Championship Series continues as well. Sutcliffe against Lacoste in Game 3. And NHL action, including the great one against the Oilers.
Sports Desk is brought to you by Labatt's Blue. It's the way we play. Sports Desk with Paul Romanek and Gino Retta.
Hello, everyone. Nice to have you with us. The NHL season is in full swing. We'll have highlights for you a little bit later on, and college football from north and south of the border. But we get things started with Game 4 of the American Championship Series.
We do indeed, and I wonder at this hour just what straw the Toronto Blue Jays are clinging to. They are professionals, they are proud, but they are also not stupid. I mean, ask yourself, are the Oakland A's going to squander a 3-game-to-1 lead? Not likely. Just when the Jays seem to have a degree of control over Rickey Henderson, he found another way to devastate them. The guy is incredible. Just when the Jays seem to have figured out how to score those stranded runners, Bob Welch comes out and makes like Houdini, always able to work his way out of a jam no matter how tight it was. Blue Jays fans continuing to take it out on the messenger, Bob Costas in this case, hoping the Jays could take a bite out of the A's and get rolling. Jays have a chance early with a man on second, but Neely to Gallego, and Gallego guns him down. Nice backhand play and leaping throw. A's, on the other hand, taking advantage of their opportunities. A man on third, Rickey Henderson. He kills you with speed, and he kills you with power. A 2-run shot. It's 2-0 Oakland. Still in the third. Speaking of power, Jose Canseco, and just sit back and admire this one.
If it's fair, he's got it.
Whoa.
And it settles into the upper deck.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, if Dave Parker stands up in the dugout and says, look at that, you know it was a monster shot. Jays get another chance in the fourth. Bases loaded, nobody out. Neely whips. But the fans are still with the Jays. Junior Felix steps in. Bases still loaded.
Bouncing ball. Can they get two?
There's Kelly Gruber holding up. Gallego tags. They can't get the out at first. That allows a run to score. It's 3-1 at this point, but that is all the Jays can get in the inning. Fifth inning, man on for Rickey Henderson, and Rickey Henderson again smokes the Blue Jays. Another 2-run shot. It's 5-1 Oakland. The Jays chip away at the lead in the seventh, man on second, Pat Borders. Tony Fernandez through the stop sign. He doesn't even get a throw. It's 6-3, Oakland on top. Eighth inning, Mookie Wilson. He's going with the pitch. Fred McGriff gets it past Gallego. Here comes Wilson. Here comes the throw. 6-5, the Jays coming back. Rickey Henderson gets on. More good news for Toronto because he is picked off by John Cerruti. And the Jays fans saying so long to Rickey and keeping their fingers crossed. A man on, 2 outs. Dennis Eckersley to Lee Mazzilli.
Popped up left side. Mazzilli tosses the bat aside in disgust.
And Tony Phillips just gives it the squeeze. And it was Oakland putting the squeeze on Toronto. 6-5 the final score. Rickey Henderson continuing to put the squeeze on the Blue Jays. No stolen bases this afternoon, but a couple of 2-run homers. The guy's amazing.
This is the best series I ever had. I really haven't been in a spotlight like this or in the playoff before, but one time, and I really didn't do that well. So this is probably the best I ever played. You know, everything is going well. I'm making good contact. I'm getting on base. I'm drawing a walk. I'm trying to make something happen for the club. So everything is falling in play, and I'm happy about it.
You were really styling a bit on your home run trot, but as Muhammad Ali used to say, it ain't bragging if you can back it up.
It's not bragging if you can back it up. If I hit a home run, I don't hit them that regular, so I got to enjoy them while I hit the home run. So happen I hit the home run, and then, so I just try to break it down, you know, and have some fun out there. I'm the type of player, you know, that's having fun out there and enjoying myself, and that's probably why the game seems so easy to me, because I'm enjoying it.
I think the idea is to enjoy the moment. It was a very tough game. Blue Jays played outstanding, showed a lot of heart. We did too. But there's no doubt we need to win one more, and we're not forgetting that. It's good to be in this position, but you got to take advantage of it.
Can't play catch-up ball the whole game. We battle back, we battle, which is a good sign. I'm not giving in or giving up, but you can't continuously play back catch-up baseball. I think it takes away your offensive things that you want to do offensively. You can't hit and run, steal, and do the things that you want to do. So that's that was one of the problems.
Today we didn't get a big hit, you know. When we needed a big hit, we didn't get it. Unfortunate for us, they did got the big hits, and they played a ball game. They played a better ball game. That's why they won. So I said all along, you know, whosoever plays better on the field, that's going to be the winner.
Something that slipped through your fingers, and probably something that you'll think about tonight real hard, because we could have beat the Oakland A's, even with them hitting 3 home runs and with all the doodad that they did today. We could have came out a winner very easily, and we let it slip away. It could be a mark of a great club on their half. We got to give them credit. They slipped and slide, and Bobby pitched a great game until he left. So, you know, we got to give Wells credit, but we definitely let it slip out of our hands. No question about it.
Still can't believe that Jose Canseco home run. I mean, you think about it, and it seemed like a really big deal when Fred McGriff hit the Skydome restaurant in straightaway center field a while back. But what Canseco did, I mean, I was trying to think of who else could pop it like that. Maybe Bo Jackson. You know, Canseco really did something when you read the comments from his peers after the game. They've seen 1,000 home runs, they've seen thousands of baseball games, but Rickey Henderson saying after the game that when he hit it, everyone on the bench just stood up to look at how far it was going. It was unbelievable.
Jose Canseco's moonshot in the 3rd inning is the stuff that legends are made of. I mean, anything in the air that long should have a movie and a meal on it. It's the type of home run story that will be embellished with time.
I mean, this is, of course, a different type of home run, but when you're in the playoffs, of course, when you're coming back, you're just trying to see the ball and hit it and hope your wrist stays intact. And now that I'm feeling a lot better, you know, all I'm trying to do is help out the team. Hey, if I can hit a home run, fine.
He hit it good. I mean, there's nothing new. We're not, I mean, he doesn't put us in awe anymore. I think he puts all the fans and people that don't get to see him all the time. I mean, we've seen him do some unhuman things. And, you know, it was a nice home run, wasn't it?
When you come to a baseball game here at the Skydome, you can never really expect to catch a souvenir ball way up here in section 540. I mean, these are the Bob Uecker seats, real nosebleed country. You know the ones. But this is where the ball actually landed, some 500-plus feet away. And for one Blue Jay fan, it was the catch of a lifetime.
We've been to about 15 games together this year, and we always joke about me wanting to catch a ball. And they always say, oh, you forgot your baseball glove again. And they said it today. It's like, oh, you forgot your baseball glove again, Jake. Sort of joking that obviously a ball is not going to come up here.
Mark Jones, TSN, Toronto.
That's going to be a valuable baseball. You know, when you look back at the game today, the Jays just left too many men on base.
Much too many men. Is that right? Much too many men? They left too many guys on base anyways. They had 13 hits. They stranded 12 runners. In the first 4 innings, they stranded 6 runners. And I was talking earlier about Bob Welch making like Houdini. The guy just always managed to get out of a jam, sometimes with a little bit of Toronto ineptitude to help him along.
You know, you can't blame him. He did a great job as far as getting out of it. But, I mean, the Jays had to score some runs. They didn't do it.
The Jays hope they've seen enough of the Houdini act from Oakland starting pitchers. Dave Stewart on the mound for Oakland in game number 5, the perennial runner-up in Cy Young Award balloting. He will likely be that again this year. Dave Steve, the perennial winner for the Blue Jays, in Toronto, hoping that he can come out with a perennial win to help them keep their perennial season perennially alive. Will you follow that?
In a perennial sort of way. The National League Championship Series is tied at a game apiece. Game 3, Candlestick Park in San Francisco. But the Cubs don't mind playing on the road. As a matter of fact, Chicago had the best road record this year. Rick Sutcliffe started for the Cubs. He was 11-4 on the road. The Giants sent Mike Lacoste playing for Don Robinson, who's out with an injured knee. And they started off right. Dave Dravecki threw in the opening pitch. Dave Dravecki, of course, is still recovering from the cancer surgery to his left shoulder. But perhaps Dravecki inspired the Cubs more than he did the Giants. They put men on 2nd and 3rd for Andre Dawson. The Hawk brings them home with a single. Ryan Sandberg and Dwight Smith both come in to score, and the Cubs led 2-0. Rick Sutcliffe starting for the Cubbies. He has a lot of trouble in the first inning with the bases loaded. Game is tied. Jose Uribe hits a chopper to 3rd. It takes so long coming down. Luis Salazar has no play. Kevin Mitchell scores. The Giants hit only 1 ball out of the infield, but they got 3 runs and led 3-2. Giants starter Mike Lacoste leaves runners in scoring position for Jeff Brantley, but Brantley uncorks a wild pitch. Sean Dunston will beat the tag. The game's tied at 3. So we go to the 7th inning. 1 man on for Robbie Thompson. Les Lancaster on the mound. Thompson puts this one on a rope. It is over the wall. Lancaster served up dinner, and the Giants go on to win this one by a final score of 5-4. Giants starter Michael Lacoste actually sprained his left knee in the 4th inning and had to leave it. The Giants now lead the series 2-1. Interesting note, Lancaster gave up that home run, said he looked up at the scoreboard and saw the count at 3-0. So he served up a fastball. He had to pitch a fastball. But then he found out the count was actually 2-0.
I don't know. When you mentioned that to me, I was hoping that I wasn't wrong. I thought it was a 2-0 count, but I'm maybe a little surprised that he thought it was a 3-0 count. But you know, coming into a situation like he did in the middle of an at-bat like that, I guess you could tend to lose count. I knew I had hit it good. Here at this ballpark, you can't really tell at times. I kind of hit it on the line. I didn't know if I'd had some topspin on it. And, you know, if you get a little topspin on it, your ball is going to dive a little bit. So I just wasn't sure if I'd gotten enough of it. I was just hoping that it was far enough away from Smith out there that he wasn't going to run it down.
I didn't think it was going to be a slugfest. Sutcliffe just, you know, had a few problems in the 1st inning, and he settled down, threw a heck of a ball game after the 1st inning, and we just didn't break the ball game up and win. We had the opportunity to.
Lots of offense in that series, 37 runs between the two teams in 3 games. A little bit later on, we have highlights from today's college football action north and south of the 49.
And up next, NHL highlights, the first of many busy Saturday nights.
You want to watch your favorite hockey players, past and present, guys like Chris Chelios, Al McInnes, Doug Gilmore, Red Story, Red Kelly. Watch Don Cherry's Grapevine on your favorite sports network, TSN.
Here's McGuire coming along.
This could be the last play of the season for these guys, Bubba.
That's the truth, partner.
3rd down and long, and here's the snap. Looks like play action, and blocked by Crawford. He just threw it on Martin. Crushed him. McGuire's in the clear. Bukowski made the big play, and what a play. Let's look at it again.
Bell going the wrong way, leveled Martin, cleared the lane here, and Bukowski and McGuire hooked up to make it to the 1.
Yeah, 1st and goal, what should be.
Are you Bruce?
Let's talk about it.
Well, Bubba.
Heck of a play, partner.
McCain drinking boxes. You see them everywhere. And it's all because of the fruit. The fresh taste and goodness of fruit is McCain's #1 priority.
Drinking box of fruit makes the drinking box drinking box.
At the end of a busy week, make breakfast more complete with McCain Rise and Fry, a delicious fried potato treat. Rise early or rise late. Get them on the plate. McCain's Rise and Fry potatoes make breakfast more complete.
In high school, he showed promise. In college, he showed leadership. In his professional debut, he showed he was human.
Before we start our NHL wrap-up tonight, just a reminder that we start another NHL season here on TSN on Monday night. The Montreal Canadiens playing the Boston Bruins. The game starts at 7:30 Eastern, that's 4:30 Pacific time. And the Hockey News television edition starts its 3rd season immediately before the game at 7:30 Eastern, 4 o'clock on the coast. The Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings. The last time they met in a game that meant anything was in the playoffs last year. That night, the LA Kings eliminated the Oilers. On Saturday night, Edmonton was in L.A. Wayne Gretzky's closing in on Gordie Howe's career points record. Gretzky started just 14 points short. He had 2 points on Thursday, so he's just 12 points away from making history again. Not much of a surprise, and not much of a surprise he's sliced alone. He's got season tickets. Wayne Gretzky puts on a show in the early going midway through the 1st. The Gray One gets his 1st of the season. L.A. leads it 1-0. Second period now. Kings leading 3-2. Esa Tikkanen ties up the LA defenders. Mark Messier pokes the rebound pass.